Good afternoon, everybody.
Hello.
I hope you are well. It's Monday.
Oh, you're gonna
I got my classy bird mug.
classy bird. I'm
Yes.
sticking it original with the I accept mug. Hello.
There
Oh,
you go.
Beth said hello, ready and waiting with coffee
Excellent.
and soup.
Hello.
Love it. Hello,
Hello,
Josh.
Josh.
Hello. Who else we got? Beth and Liz
I've
is
got
there.
Mr. Byron.
Mr. Woo is
in
on
the
time.
building.
Hello. Well, we've got Claire on Instagram as well. Hello.
Hello. I hope you've got all your hot cups of tea, coffee, green tea, maybe, Lauren.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Maybe. And Dion's
a
partial
lovely,
as well.
cozy cup of soup as well.
Oh,
For Bethan.
yeah.
So
What soup is it? I haven't had a soup in ages, it feels like.
I know. You've got to be in the mood for soup.
That's true.
Yeah.
Prananda, Ipao, hello all. I love this. I
Very
have the
good.
Famalam, that's where we are.
Excellent.
Mr. Welton's on time. He wants a gold star. If I could find a way to do it,
Well
I would.
done. I tell you what, we'll give him a little show.
Using your
I
left hand.
always do this.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
There it is.
I did it.
You think correct? Green tea it is.
Yes.
Hello. We're joined by Chrissy, who is on Instagram as well.
Hello.
Bit of insider knowledge for the rest of Facebook and Twitter who's watching this at the moment. Chrissy, the Inspire coach, you can follow her on Instagram, _Inspire_coach, is joining us on Wednesday.
Woo-hoo! Fantastic. And what will you be talking about?
We'll be talking about things such as, I've forgotten what the imposter syndrome and things like that, I believe.
Sounds serious.
It does, but it's such a barrier to people to actually achieving what it is that they want to achieve. So imposter syndrome, starting something and thinking, no, I shouldn't be doing this because I'm not good enough.
Right, okay.
But what Chrissy, the Inspire coach, is hopefully going to help us realise is that we don't need to listen to that voice.
No, we don't.
That we can still plough on through.
Oh, very similar to the sort of ACT principles there.
Very similar to the ACT principles, which is exactly
I'm learning.
Yeah, which is why it makes sense to have Chrissy come on and give her perspective, using her training and her background to really shed light on a different avenue as to what ACT is about.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Very much so. And Josh is saying it sounds great. Of course, Abigail just reminded me, Josh and Jessie are also confirmed.
Yes, they are.
For next Wednesday.
Woohoo!
I hope that's still
we got
okay.
A plan.
Where I think there's a loose theme about power. So that'll be next week.
Love it.
And I've messaged someone else today who started a new website, a new campaign called the Sunflower Project. I'm kind of putting it out there because if you call, you'll receive. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm putting it out there.
All into the universe.
So shoving it out there. Hopefully something comes of it. If not,
Josh is still on.
I've still got.
I got the power.
Woo! Bam, bam,
that was
bam,
Helen's
bam,
input.
bam.
Yes,
Love it.
says Liz.
And we got a yes, absolutely.
Oh, I'm loving
from
this
Chrissy as well.
enthusiasm on a Monday. This
I
is
love
great. Ooh, amazing.
Yeah, so
and John enjoys being an imposter. Sometimes it even comes with lines and makeup.
That is true.
That's great.
Which Chrissy will be able to talk about because her background and training is in acting. This is
the
great.
The links.
This is so good.
Fantastic.
I'm glad that you just mentioned all the positivity. Do you know what my post was this morning? The quote.
Oh, go on. What was it?
Look for the way instead of the woe.
Yes. Indeed.
So it was due to go out last week, and I had to kind of tone it down a little bit because of the Black Lives Matter and everything that's going on in the world at the moment. Trans rights is now making a bit of an increase as well. So I delayed all of my posts from last week.
Dion is asking, what's the name of the person with the Sunflower Project, please?
So her name is Beth. Is it the Instagram you're looking for? Is it for her individually?
Just give it all.
So I know that her name's Beth Evans. She is sharing her story and she wants other people to help to kind of. I read on her website this morning, it's about not letting people get to the point where it's crisis, where you need help for mental health.
Okay.
So instead of falling into mental illness, it's looking at how we can look after mental health to avoid health becoming an illness.
Yep.
So she started the Sunflower Project. Her Instagram is the.sunflower project, I believe. I'm going to double check that. And yeah, it's great. And they've got links to different mental health websites as well. And one thing, her first campaign was the Messages of Hope. Where people could write down what would you tell someone if you felt they were struggling, and she's compiled them all together, and she's disseminating them and sharing them as well, which I think is really cool. So I'm gonna make me wanna shout, throw your hands up.
I love it. Well, Bethan's saying, yeah, come in early Wednesday and next week for an hour lunch break then. Absolutely, Bethan, because we may roll over.
There you go. I don't know what you're looking for. Oh, yes, there it is.
I've got them all in my periphery.
Yes, well done.
Thank you.
So I'm really chuffed that the way and the woe. Lauren gave her example of how she's looking for the way and not the woe. Because it's so easy to fall into the woe.
Yes, it is. Especially if you hear like just a little bit of information. It doesn't even. It can only be a sentence sometimes.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, going there with that. Yeah, and then you just start spiraling down. So it's really important to keep looking, to actually focus in your sights on what is actually good about today. Yeah. And Lauren's example, which I don't mind sharing because she put it publicly on the post, her boiler needs fixing.
Oh, so annoying.
And instead of thinking, this is so bad, the boiler needs fixing and this emergency plumber coming out, she was like, but I get to stay home. I get to enjoy this time with my daughter, and I don't have to be the person doing the errands today. This is kind of my fix.
I have to just stay put. Yeah. So I'm going to embrace
So I'm going to make the most of it.
Like that.
Which is
That's
brilliant.
Good.
Also had another follower has been mentioning about books on mindfulness as well. Ooh. Which is something that I haven't really talked about much on this site other than when we did the hand exercise.
Yes.
But it is a core part of ACT, of acceptance and commitment. I'm going to start calling it training until I'm qualified.
Yeah.
And it's a very key part of it. But I find it really weird to do when we're doing it live because it would just be kind of like 8 minutes of silence with me muttering nice things.
Well, maybe do an extra like meditation mindfulness.
I could 10 do minutes. That. Oh, Louise has joined us on Instagram as well. Hello, I'll give you a wave.
See if there's any interest for a little bit of mindful meditation.
A little bit. Oh, we could do that. I know that Jay Shetty, those of you who might know him, when
I recognise that name.
You would do. He's got beautiful eyes. I'll give him that much. He started doing mindfulness exercises when COVID kicked off. That's his background. He worked in the city and then left and became a Buddhist monk. And then came back, and he's kind of looking at all of the.
Oh, Dion's saying that sounds fab.
Oh, there you go. That's what we could do is like once a week a mindfulness.
Yeah, a mindfulness 10 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. We could do that all together.
Mindfulness minutes.
And then mindful minutes. I like that. Mindful minutes. And then what I'll also do with those mindfulness recordings is I'll put them onto like an MP3.
Oh yeah.
And they can be part of a package.
That sounds great.
So you could do your own mindfulness at home, listening to our dulcet tones.
I
love it.
I was going to do at the start of the lockdown. Actually, I was going to read storybooks for children. I'm a very good storyteller,
and I still think that you should.
And you agree?
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm proper big in myself up.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm good.
Yeah, so that's something that's certainly in the pipeline for what I want to achieve going forward. Anyway, so yeah, if people like the sound of that,
you're getting a whole lot of love here, Tom. This is good. And Helen's saying, talk about positive thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
She went for a walk earlier, and a mile in, it started raining. And instead of turning around, I just carried on because I was nice to just be outside in the morning, taking it all in. That's lovely.
Absorb it. It's like, and we went for a walk a couple of weeks ago, and it was torrential rain. It was like, well,
it was crazy. Now. It was cray.
It was cray.
It was.
It was so bad, but you just carry on. It was like, well,
it was funny in the end because we got that wet. It was funny.
It was so soaking wet, but it is, and that's where funny stories come from. It's when you go through something that is ridiculous, and then you go through it, and it's like, well, I look a mess.
Yeah.
But it's something to laugh about afterwards, which is brilliant.
Exactly. And Liz is recommending the Calm app. She does one every single day. That's very good.
That's good. And Bethan uses Headspace. So there's lots available.
Very good. So good, Bethan is saying.
No such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing.
Oh, Tom, that sounds great.
And
true.
It is true. Having been fortunate enough to trek in Peru, I can very much vouch for that.
Yes.
I was bone dry for the whole thing, even though
some good trekking.
It rained for 24 hours on the third day. But it was good. If ever you get the chance to do something for charity that enhances your own life, do it.
Hey, it's a win-win then, isn't it?
Yeah. I did a blog post. Last week was Volunteers Week as well. I didn't get round to writing the post I wanted to. But volunteering, I wrote this one, which I was really proud of. Volunteering opened up all the doors that had happened to me so far. because I started in Citizens Advice Bureau. Volunteering, and then got a job from there, which led me to a solicitor's firm, which led me to Cardiff, which led me to Tenvis, which led me to 4 different roles within Tenvis, and leading my own team of volunteers.
Which is amazing.
Who went on to win the Group Volunteer Award.
Yay!
So I was really, really proud of that achievement. That would have been about a year ago that we won that award.
Amazing.
And it all started with volunteering. And
Yes.
I know that there's someone else, I haven't seen their name pop up, but who have signed up to do their own form of volunteering since COVID started. And it stemmed from a conversation we had way back when about, is it too late to ever start living your passions?
No. Never.
And that's what's happened. Someone has decided to use volunteering as the avenue to start experiencing what they want, what gives them passion.
That's very good.
Hello, Lewis on Instagram.
Hi, Lewis. Mr. Wu is saying, after doing 3 peaks twice, mainly in the rain in July, I've retired from traffic. Okay, Wu, that's fair enough.
That is fair enough. Running and walking in the rain is so refreshing. Yeah, never too late from Josh.
Amen to that. I'm all over it. Helen's saying, if you turn around every time the weather changes, you'd never be able to power through the rain or tolerate the drizzle to get to the sunshine after the storm.
Yeah.
So when you do get to the sunshine, put your shades on because you're savage for not turning around when things got tough.
Yes.
Oh, so many meanings.
I love that. And that really is a mantra. Like, we become bigger and better versions of ourselves when we get through adversity.
A little bit of strife, yeah. Bethan's appreciating the rain at the moment. Started week 3 of Couch to IK. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yesterday in the rain. Knew I was coming home to dry clothes, so I just embraced it.
And that's the thing.
Sometimes it's like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm living.
I love running in the rain, particularly if you know that you're going to go back to a lovely hot shower and you've got your nice warm clothes folded up, ready to go. And then you can come back and be like, this is bliss.
Cozy.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter that you're going to be rain-filled.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to Helen's point and my point there about adversity as well.
Yes.
One thing I realised at the end of last week and over the weekend, so my turning point in making Hello Tom Diet a reality happened when a string of unfortunate events happened within a 3-month period, and it led to me coming back to Pembrokeshire.
Yep.
Over winter months.
Indeed.
And one thing I've realised is that not only did Hello Tom Diet and this wonderful community come out of that.
Yes.
They get the diehards.
Send out the care.
Send out the care for the diehards. Is that I was able to turn all of those unfortunate events into this, and
you learned.
Yeah, COVID-19. I've been in Pembrokeshire longer than when I was home last time round.
I know, it's crazy. It was quite a big thing for Tom actually to announce the other day.
It was. I think I'm now
Die Hard Love, Pete. Die Hard Love. Care and love.
So I was home last time for I think 10 weeks, and it's now 12 weeks that we've been locked down due to COVID.
We're in the 12th week.
And look at how many relationships we've got.
It's amazing.
In this community that came from that, albeit 3 years later. It's a bit delayed.
Hey ho, we're here.
But it took another big.
Care and love.
It took another big circumstance for the thing which I had planned to become reality. Now, if I had turned around and thought this isn't happening, this isn't working, we would have never have gone live because I stopped it years ago.
Yeah.
But through that kind of perseverance and going through the rain, we're here.
Yeah, and it's good.
It is amazing.
We're totally embracing it.
Yeah, I had another conversation over the weekend about people that were just kind of sleeping their way through it.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, if I sleep more, then that means that I will be awake less, which means this will all be over.
Yes.
And what I said in response to that was,
hello, Collie.
But you're here right now.
Yeah. You're awake. Hello, Kaylee.
Lovely. Collie, Kaylee, hello.
I'd just like to say, Kaylee bought, is it a blushed pink?
A dusty pink.
A dusty pink. I accept hoodie, and she looks fantastic in it.
She does. Super model number 1. You can see that on the page. I shared it below. So thank you so much for the support.
Yeah.
That was one of the I accept.
NHS
thank you. Yes.
And Mind charity. Yeah.
It was. So that was one of the ones that we're fundraising at the moment. So thank you so much for your support. They're still available on the website, and it looked amazing. As did Kaylee.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
I saw the whole package.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's amazing. And there's also an introduction to the new line on the website as well, the Hello line, which I'll be talking about probably over the next week or two, which is to reduce loneliness.
Oh, very good. And Bethan, actually, quite patient to your sentence there. I've said it once, I'll say it again. The community that you created is amazing and appreciated by every single one of us. Well, we truly adore you all, let me tell you.
Yes, like I can't even put it into words. I think I've even got like a little glisten of my eyes there. I couldn't have imagined that this would happen during this time, and to come together every day at 1 o'clock and be your lunch break.
And Tom has grown in confidence as well. There was once upon a time, over 12 weeks ago,
yes,
he'd hide in his little bedroom.
Yeah.
So this is amazing.
Yeah,
we help each other.
And as much as I've always talked about these things, I did the 10-minute recaps. They were always done in my car driving to work.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really want anyone to see it until I'd done it, because it's just a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Whereas
you're exposed, aren't you?
Yeah.
Vulnerable and exposed.
Yeah.
Josh is saying, embrace the moments you have. Sleeping in a way is potentially dangerous. None of us know how long we have. And that is very true indeed.
I'm going to put that up there now, because we can still live this life even though we're locked down in COVID.
Yes, we can.
And we can, like, we're trying to make the best of it as best as we can. So we've done this live every single day to try and bring people together, a new point of view.
I didn't wear makeup every day until this.
No, that's true.
I changed my top now and I put my face on.
Hey.
And that's all thanks to you guys. Because I didn't want to scare you off.
Scare you off. I don't think you would. But yeah, like you've made use of the garden. So you've bought a pool, and we've been embracing the sunshine when it comes. There's a brand new tent outside.
There is.
And it's all been about, right, well, these are the circumstances we're in. Let's make it the best that we can.
Josh made it lately.
I know.
So exposing yourself, Tom.
How many times? Never too many.
Oh, brilliant.
Late show. And yeah, it's just fantastic that we get to do this. And it was really weird thinking back over that time that we've been longer in this situation than we have from that 3 months, which was completely different to this one. Like that was end of the world stuff.
Yes.
Whereas this is, for me, and hopefully you guys as well, this is the beginning of something.
Yes, definitely. I believe that it is.
Yeah, and I'm really proud of that.
Yes. Oh, Inspire Coach, give it a big thumbs up.
Thank you, Chrissy.
So Bethan, I love how you guys are open to how real it all is as well, not just all fluffy. Like everything is fine. I remember when you were like, Tom isn't doing the dishes. Hey, you need to be real. You got to keep it honest. We're all human.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm still waiting for things that he gets really annoyed about with me that he might share publicly. I guess I'm just practically perfect in every way. Not.
I'll let you sit on that one for a little longer. I'm very much under your roof. I can't say anything.
Oh, whatever. You know I'd share it.
I know. That's why people tune in every week.
I know, it's funny.
Everyone thinks Tom's so nice. Right, what's the date?
Good fun.
Has he done the dishes since? Yes.
He has. He's been very proactive since our little chat. He's been very proactive, and he does a bit of sweeping.
Yes.
Which is good because my Hoover's broken. So welcome to the real world. My Hoover's broken, and we are sweeping like it's some sort of back garden,
like
backyard.
Cinderella.
It's ridiculous. I feel like cinders.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. But that tough conversation, what week did that come at? That was about
3 weeks ago, was it? That long ago?
Yeah, so around about week 7, 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
And having that difficult conversation, as much as they're not the best conversations to have, they do lead to more clarity and kind of like, right, I understand.
What is my role?
Yeah. And too many people.
And you weren't a visitor anymore. You were literally part of the house.
Yeah, and there was definitely a changing of like the guard happening, and I wasn't just here as a shortstop.
It's all right. Get on with it.
Yeah. See that brush? See that sink?
Get sweeping.
Get moving. So yeah, and those conversations are really important to have, because there is no clarity, which means that we live in here in the brain, and those thoughts can take you into any direction that they want you to go. And they're not usually very helpful thoughts because they're based on nothing at all.
That's right, yes.
I'm just trying to think of an example of that, but it's hard when I haven't got something to show you with. And I'm trying to think back to the course content at the moment.
Oh, right.
But the way that the mind jumps the gun.
Oh, yes.
So if I said, right, complete the sentence, my.
My.
Yeah, or no, I'm going to change that. I'm going to change it to YY.
I'd say Delilah.
You would say Delilah. What would everyone else say?
That just sounds like the start of a song to me.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was your brain that made that connection.
Oh, yeah, too. Yeah.
I could be being really melodramatic and be like, why me?
Oh, Jello Bean, you just described me always assuming the worst. I tell you, it's a nightmare trait.
And
we all have it.
All of us.
Don't feel alone with that.
Even
I've been predicting all sorts in my head recently, and I have.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
And I talk about it, and I worry about it. It's like, why are you doing this? Who knows?
Yeah. Like, we don't know the facts yet. We don't know it. Like,
exactly.
It's a safety mechanism. It's the thing that keeps us alive. Is that we're trained to see the end, and to complete that pattern, so we can jump first. Basically, it's like, right, why Delilah? No, it has to be that. It has to be that. It has to be that. And I was like, oh no, I was actually why you. And you assumed what the end of my sentence was.
Yeah.
But always assuming the worst is a safety mechanism, because if you assume the worst, you stop the worst from happening.
Yes.
Even in spite of what good could happen. Mm-hmm. And that's the bad thing, because we train ourselves.
John,
we're coming back to that. We're coming back to that.
That actually gave me anxiety, John.
I know.
Can you see me in my office?
Yeah. Ooh, I hate that question so much. But yeah, always assuming the worst. Can I have a quick chat? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Unless you give me an agenda and a time frame as to how long this meeting's being.
It's awful.
I don't even comprehend this. And I've had to really train myself, particularly over the last couple of years, that when someone says, can I have a quick chat, I'm not going to beat myself up. I still have those anxious feelings, because you can't control the feelings, but I'm not going to beat myself up until I get in there and I hear the facts.
I usually just say, can we just do that now, please?
Yeah.
Because it's just hideous.
And
I'll often do it on a Friday afternoon before you go away for the weekend. You're just like, can't do anything, because your brain just takes over.
It does. And I've had to, you do have to train yourself, a bit like the way and the woe. Yeah. I've had to train myself not to let myself spiral into those anxious thoughts that, can I have a quick chat? Oh my God, I've done something wrong. Someone's made a complaint. It's like, why am I thinking these things about myself?
Yeah.
I know I work hard. I know that I'm hopefully nice to as many people as I can. And I am forthright, which means that in meetings, some people might not like what I say and how I say it.
Yeah, I think I could be accused of that, actually.
But I stand by that. I wouldn't say things if I didn't believe in them. So anyone can try and bring me down as much as they want. If my intentions are good and my action didn't quite match it, I know to change my action next time around. But my intention has always been never to bring someone else down.
No, goodness me, no.
And that's what that's how I live my life.
So Bethan is talking about money is such a difficult subject sometimes. I totally agree with you, Bethan. An unintentional personal question, don't answer directly if you don't want. How do you feel with this situation at the moment financially? Feel like I'm freeloading with my parents at the moment. My contribution is paying for the odd Chinese every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope that they'd sort of, being their daughter, that if they were concerned, that they would bring it up with you, which would be the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Josh is, so Bethan, I think everybody has different circumstances. Luckily, we're both still in work full time throughout all of this. So financially not affected really, but I do feel for others who have been impacted directly. It's an absolute nightmare. I really do feel for anybody that has had to be furloughed, because that 20% could be a make or break to the household.
Yeah, if you budget.
That's a huge worry.
Yeah, if you budget up to 80, 90, 100%, you're going to struggle. Hello, Jessie. So that is really tough. Going back to Bethan's point, we kind of came to an arrangement that I would pay every time you went shopping. I would give £40.
Yeah.
Because when I lived back in Cardiff, that's how much I would typically spend on a weekly shop.
Yeah.
There or thereabouts. So we've turned that now into a regular payment.
Yes.
So if you're
standing order,
it's there. And that alleviates the pressure of both of us, because we talked about it.
I hate asking.
Yeah.
It's hideous.
It doesn't sit well with either of us asking for money and things like that. So that's become a standing order now. That is something that goes out every week. What could have avoided that, again, this kind of happened around about the time of our chat, that something needs to change, is what I could have done, had I known that this would have been a longer term thing straight away, is I could have looked at my budget and thought, I can afford to do this and it makes me feel good that I'm contributing, I'm just going to do it anyway. And then that way you've taken on full control, and it's up to them then to say stop.
Which is great.
But at least you're sat there. If you can afford it, give some contribution, and then that will hopefully help out. But there's no obligation to either. Because they're not charging you rent or anything. There's no, and this is
don't feel guilty, Bethan.
No.
If they didn't want to have you, or they'd ask for money.
Yeah.
That I'd hopefully they'd confront you about it in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. Definitely.
And Jesse's on for the 17th, which is fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Helen's saying they're probably just happy. That again, that's your own feelings, your own guilt, your shame, all these bad negative feelings. Offload them a bit, or talk to your parents about it. Yeah, that would be really good.
You bring it up. I just want to say thank you to Hydro Homie on Twitter as well.
Lovely
thank
comments.
you so much.
Hello, you beautiful people. Love what you're doing every day for a bit of peace and quiet. Oh no. Someone lost it.
Hello, you beautiful people. Love what you're doing here.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. We do. I love drinking water.
You do. I've got my water bottle. Stay hydrated, folks.
Absolutely. Well, I'm on the tea right now.
So am I actually. I'm nearly finished.
Lauren. So my finances balance on a knife edge. So any change is a nightmare. I adjusted at the start of lockdown, so I've managed okay this far.
Well done.
Finding the way though, I'll be able to save that extra money because I know I can survive without it. That's brilliant, Lauren. And that really is looking at the positives. It's a struggle right now, but in the long haul, it'll be good. Yeah,
definitely. Money stress is one of the biggest stresses, I think, in the whole entire world. And trying to come out of it, particularly if you do have a number of different credit cards and different loans, it seems like the biggest mountain to climb ever. But there are methods, there are tried and tested ways to get out of a debt trap. And yes, it may impact your credit rating for a short period of time, but with my experience of being kind of a debt advisor and a money planner, there are ways that you can get out of it. So yeah, it's brilliant, and it's worth kind of grafting for a couple of years to be in a position that Lauren's in, which means that she knows that she can survive when things get back to normal.
If the people say, "Oh, money isn't everything," but it helps.
And if you are worried about money, the first thing that you need to do is get a budget sheet and actually figure out what you're spending every month
and where it's going.
Because what you'll notice when you get a budget sheet is that the box to fill in your income is about this big at the top, and the box of your expenses is the rest of the page. And we all spend so much money. A lot of it's essential, your rent and your bills and stuff like that. But a lot of it is elective, it's voluntary, it's what we pay.
And it's the cost of coffees.
It's the cost of coffees. And we try and make this little income box stretch out to the whole of the expenses. So first of all, finding out exactly what you get in and what you're paying out is a way of knowing, do I have enough left over at the end of the month?
That's good.
So that's good. And a financial success story, Helen has paid off her last credit card.
Oh, big up, Helen. That is fantastic.
Love that.
Josh has sent a late emoji. I wonder why that's... Oh, for water. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, all right, Josh.
Late show.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, yeah, Bethan's saying some banking apps will break down exactly how much you're paying for what. It is scary. I agree, Bethan.
It is very scary.
Oh, John has a budget sheet and a Google form saved as a phone app to track all purchases. Brilliant.
Yeah. So I've got the same. I've got an app where all my money is accounted for. Admittedly, my main source of income is ending at the end of this month.
But hey ho, onwards and upwards, you'll find something, and all this will grow.
Yeah, and Louise was giving us a clap on Instagram as well.
Cool.
Awesome. It's near my birthday. Hint.
All right, woo.
I'm gonna say, is that? I love that. You utter filth.
Oh, Josh, like you were thinking it.
I like that we're about to end this live at 29 minutes on filth of the water emoji.
Dearie me.
Oh my goodness. We've covered so many different things today as well.
We've had a good old chat, actually.
Well, it's been Monday, hasn't it? It's been great.
Oh, is it Louise?
Louise, yeah. Jalubine.
I'm currently saving for a deposit on a flat and also trying to pay off a credit card, and it feels impossible. Budget sheet will be my next move. Excellent, Louise. And that is why this show is good.
Yes, do it.
We're sharing the wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
Do it. I'm sure it'll give you a bit of peace of mind.
It'll just give you, it's like you put your glasses on, binocular vision, you'd be like, that's where I'm overspending. That's not where I'm overspending.
Yeah, and you also go, oh my God.
Oh, how much
really?
am I spending on that?
Whoa.
So definitely do a budget sheet.
Becca.
It changes everything.
She never used it for a splash before.
Hashtag
late.
Oh, I love that.
Brilliant.
I think on that note, we've come up to 30 minutes exactly. I don't know where we can go from here.
Well, we can't really, can we? We'll roll into tomorrow.
Roll into tomorrow.
We're splashing emojis all over the place.
But the pool's not out at the moment. What are we going to do? So on that note, we'll put a pin in that one for the late show, and we will see you again tomorrow, I think.
Yes, most definitely. I'm going to find that little splash. I'm going to share it.
Share the love. I love it.
Oh, brilliant.
Right then, guys.
Thank you so much, everybody. There's a whole lot of love being shared today. We are feeling it.
There is.
It's totally lifted my spirits today, so thank you very much.
Definitely, it's lifted mine. It's amazing. And enjoy the rest of your day. It's still quite cloudy and miserable, but it's dry. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Hashtag filthy die hard. Love it.
Definitely say 12 weeks. Hashtag just saying.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you so much to Louise and Chrissy, the Inspire Coach. Chrissy, the _Inspire_Coach, is joining us on Wednesday to talk about imposter syndrome and such things related around self-awareness and things like that as well. So get your questions ready.
Oh, yes. And we'll Google.
Yeah, and we'll see you tomorrow to kind of ease us into that topic a little bit more, I think.
Lovely. Sounds fantastic. There we go.
Right.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you.
I love you. Bye-bye. Right, I can't see the end button there.
Bye.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Bye.
Oh, wow. Loads of love.